There we go. Hey guys, it's Lego Master Ninja 1. Today, I like to do something with a new world today. It's gonna be about commands for making a scoreboard without player offline or reset. And this is the simplest version. So anything that's gonna be in this video is gonna be the simplest possible, and it's gonna be you know, too hard to make this version a scoreboard. It'll still work okay. So the reason I'm uploading this is because lately there's a lot of people that have been wanting help with their skygens. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain what that is later on, maybe in a separate video or something. But for right now, they've been asking me for help, and I've been helping them with making scoreboards without player offline. So I know it's not all of you, but just maybe some of you, are probably subscribed to my channel, and I thought this video would be helpful for some of you that may have trouble with scoreboard commands. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a new world, and I'm gonna make this a flat one, so it's easier. I'm not even gonna play with much of the settings. I'm gonna make it flat world. Not gonna select any of those, cause starting map and bonus chests only just makes it worse. I'm gonna turn off fire spreads though, and all these, because I don't want any of that. And respawn radius 0. And just so people can join, I'm gonna do that. Oh, Meljum just survived me. What do you know about that? I'm gonna turn it to always stay, I guess. Keep inventory. No mob griefing. You know, I'm actually just gonna skip the settings. I'll go ahead and deal with that. And mob spawning. There we go. We're all set. Just gotta wait for it to load. So we're gonna need a few resources for this, but it's not much. However, I do recommend some things, like a deny block, so that no one can just destroy it, and also making an island so that there's borders all around it, if you know what that block is. Whatever. This is just a video anyways. Maybe it'll fix this stuff. What? You'll never know. I could do this command so I can give myself a command block, because that's the first thing we'll need. Give at s command underscore block. And it's giving me a command block now. So the other things we need to get is some redstone materials. I may need this block of redstone for something. But we're mainly gonna need a comparator and redstone and observer. That's basically just it. Just so that they don't break the system, I may as well well put denies underneath. So I just go ahead and give myself a deny. So one thing important that people forget about command blocks too is that whenever you do the command blocks and place them, if you're planning to make them in chains, you have to make sure that the arrow of the command block that's in the side of it or on top is facing outwards like this. And all the command blocks are facing the same direction. If they're facing the same direction like this, then you're doing it right. Just so it's out there. I'm gonna place these are free. You want free command blocks like that on both sides. And then one comparator here, but you'll need this on. For this. Some people do it, but you don't have to have it on. And then an observer. And went to the back like this so I can actually place it toward this direction. Because that's the only way you can do it. Because again, like the command blocks, you want it to face the same direction as the command blocks. And its face right here, facing toward the redstone. Now we have all this ready. What we need to do is that before we get into any commands, is that we actually want to make the scoreboards first. I mean, the scoreboard, yeah. I say scoreboards because there's actually going to be 2 objectives that are going to run this scoreboard like a charm. It's not going to show up any player offline if there's 2 scoreboards existing and they're each doing a specified job. Which I'll talk about maybe later. Like maybe in an advanced video I'll talk about that. But for now, I'm gonna go straight to the point here. And we're gonna do scoreboard. Objectives, add money, dummy. You can add money after if you want to. It won't really matter, but you have to make sure it's the same. Or I'll mess it up. I'll need some time to type all this out. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's not players, it's objectives. I forget sometimes about that. Sorry. Scoreboard, objectives, add. Scoreboard, objectives, add, money, dummy, money. Is what I usually do. And then it's gonna add that successfully. And then we need to add another scoreboard. Which, yeah, you actually have to come up with a name for it. This is gonna be the scoreboard name that's gonna show up. When a scoreboard is actually displayed, it's gonna show the name. But let's just do the same command again, but this time we're gonna name it. I used to do D-money, but people sometimes get confused when they see that. It may be longer, but whatever. I'm gonna put in money display instead. Because that's what D-money actually meant to begin with. It's the display for money. The everything. A lot of cuts, I know, but just bear with me. I'm trying to save time on the video here. But at the same time, explain this carefully. Very carefully. And then now we got both of those set up. I know I said do these scoreboards first and stuff. And you know, that's what I did. But there's a couple of other things that I want to do. I think that had to be done too. But I'm gonna go ahead and add this because it won't affect anything. All it's gonna do is find everyone. Oops! Look at that! On the left screen, there's a little thing spamming messages that we don't want on screen. Well, that is very easy to fix, and it's a very common command that people use in their Skygens, or in their worlds. You just have to change this game rule. Game rule. And there's no spaces in between this. You have to type this out very carefully. Every letter matters. Command block output. Space false. There. Now it stopped. The spam. That's not the important that you'll want to do. There is another thing that can disable spam of the command blocks completely and just mute their messages. That's send command feedback, but I'll get into that in a separate video. Like maybe a command game rule video or something like that. But for now, the last thing that you want to do is that you want to add a taking area. And when you do this, I usually stand right on top of where we're making this. Taking area, add circle, tilde, tilde, tilde. And this is a chunk radius. It can be up to 4, from 1 to 4, but I usually do 4, just so I can use it for our commands. Taking area, add circle, tilde, tilde, 4, commands. Right? Yep, there it is. This right here is a very powerful thing. And don't worry, it's all reversible. You just have to do taking area, remove commands instead to remove it. I'm pretty sure. What this thing will do is that this will make it so that scoreboard will work for anyone, anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where they are, their scoreboard display will still work properly. And now we're getting into the rough points, the commands. And for the second command, and yes, that last command block is all you had to do, is test 4 at A. That's all. It's going to be 4. It's just going to find the players that are joining or leaving the game, because that's important. And then the second one is that you want to do chain conditional always active, so wait for the player to join or leave before executing this command. It's going to be scoreboard. And another common thing that people do is that they mention their money display scoreboard instead of their money scoreboard when doing this command. You want to make sure that you're mentioning your display scoreboard, not the normal one. And yes, it is scoreboard players this time. Scoreboard players. Add at A. Money display 0. This is an important thing that'll just make the display false. It'll just wipe it out. The money will still... Everyone's money will still be there. Like, the display will still be there with everyone's money. But it'll just stop working. It'll glitch. Well, not necessarily glitch, but like... It'll just seem like something's wrong with it, but it really isn't. It just needs to be reset. That's what's telling... What this command block is for. It's telling the game that, that scoreboard needs to be reset, basically, yeah. And then this last one is the most complicated command, at least for this line. There's 3 other ones, but those are more simple. These command blocks are for like the main things. These are the things that work for whenever a player joins. It manages everyone on the board. This complicated command is going to be execute at A. That's the only way it'll work, guys. And I have some theories of why the reason it says it's like this, where you had to put execute at A. It used to work execute at A, I think, at one point in the game. But now they changed it. It's execute at A. You have to do that. So you have to do execute at A. Positioned. The position part is also important. It can be done without it, but it'll work better with position part. Unless if you're on Realms, though, which work differently. If you're on Realms, guys, you have to remove this part. This part right here, that I'm putting quotations in right now, you gotta remove that. If you're doing it on Realms. I've tried it myself when a guy called Pain Screen wanted me to help him with his realm. Execute at A positioned, tilde, and then run. Run a scoreboard. Player's operation. Operation at P. Money display. Wait. Yes, money display. Money display first. Your display scoreboard. And equals at P. Money. The important thing, the main fact about this command, the main thing about, and the point about this command, the importance of it, is that this thing is going to make sure everyone's money that's coded is the same as what's displayed in a sidebar. That's basically what this is for. It's gonna make sure that everyone's money that's on display is actually gonna be equal to the code in the game. Because there's a difference, guys, between the coded money that's actually present in the game's coding of commands, and then there's the other side, which is the display. It's a complicated thing, I know, but just to put that out there. Oh, but look at that! Below right here, there's an error saying failed to execute scoreboard as null. To fix that, guys, that's very easy. All you had to do is get someone on a scoreboard. So to add money or something, you can add, you can remove, you can set money. But for this, I'm just gonna do scoreboard players at A because I'm the only one in here. But at A will affect everyone. You can do at P and it'll only, or at S and it'll only affect you.
That was disgusting.
Scoreboard players at A. Money 1. And then remove it. And just for fun, I'm gonna do set 0. Just so that you can see this. And then, there we go. Set my display for Lego Master YT to 0. So now that is working. That's the important thing that you have to do before adding the redstone, because that's what this block is for. You want to add redstone to that. But you want to do that after you manage all these commands and get it working. That's the only main command block you have to worry about. It's that one right there. With the execute. And then this one is going to be a regular impulse. You don't have to put any fancy settings on it. This one is going to remove the scoreboard. But it's not going to delete everyone's money. Because you see, we're actually removing the display scoreboard. Instead, that's mimicking the whole system of the real money. The real money is actually going to count everyone's money. Oh, but I forgot the remove part. Lol. And then the second one, another chain conditional always active, just like the execute. This one's going to be scoreboard. Objectives. Add. This is going to re-add the scoreboard. Money display. Dummy. Money display. And then as for this last one, this is the thing that is going to post a sidebar. You can even add 2 other command blocks, so you can do this for list and below name too. Pardon me for a sec. We're going to do scoreboard, objectives, set display, and then we're gonna specify what kind we want. In this case, we're gonna do sidebar, but it can be list or below name. Scoreboard, objectives, set display, sidebar, money display. That's it. And then once you know every command block is working, you can add the redstone. And then bam. Huh, that's funny. It add money display as the name instead. I've never had that happen before. How odd. but it's supposed to display as money, guys. Just to keep that out there. Oh. I see. It came as my display, because I actually named it my display, didn't I? I kind of forgot a little bit of how this works. Because I've actually been doing the advanced way a lot more than doing the simpler way. So you can just change that into like a unique name, like Moolah or something. You can type in whatever you want, but you just have to change every command block here that mentions money display into Moolah, or wherever it is. And then that's it. But you'll also want to type in a chat and remove that scoreboard first and remove the redstone and all that. But I'll get into that later. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. And hit that like and subscribe button for more of this, because I'm really happy to help. See ya, guys.